Wow. We don't do the same jobs no more.
We don't do them. We don't do them.
We don't do the same. Why I can't put my title up in here?
We don't do them.
We don't do this. All you need is happy thoughts. Don't forget the happy thoughts.
Past tense, past bedtime. Way back when everything we remember is real and everything we said. Right? Why kids being kids? Why did you stop? What did you do to your hair?
Where did you go to end up right back here?
When did you start
To forget how to fly. Hello, hello, hello. I can't put my title here. You were so silly. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta do my thumbnail. Hello and welcome. I couldn't put my title up on here because I hit the button prematurely. But this video is gonna be about marijuana and getting high. So I'm talking to all my weed heads, my cannabis smokers, my reefer people, and the conscious community, because I feel as though we have a commonality amongst us too. Whether it is meditation, whether it is smoking marijuana, everybody on this physical reality, in this physical reality, just trying to get a little bit higher. So wait, I gotta do my thumbnail. I'm gonna use that as a picture of my thumbnail. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. And for those who come in a little bit later, they can catch the repeat. I am Bridget Rowe. I am energy. I am powerful. And I am who I say I am. And like I said, the purpose of this video is to talk and show the commonalities with those that smoke weed versus meditating. And I want to start off with a couple of questions that I already have that I want to provide answers to for those who come in later and those who are in the room now. The first question is, what is the reason we get high? What is the reason we get high? I know I have a delay here. I know I have a delay here on the computer. But I have an answer already written up for that. The reasons that I feel as though we all get high using marijuana, I'm talking about first of all, is because some people want to just feel good. You know? Even though we have other ways of being able to feel good, like even though sex can also make us feel good, some people get high for the feeling of it all. Even people with pain, look at the bottom of the drop frames, is it okay? Even people with pain and inflammation, is it okay right now?
It says 0%.
Okay, what is this then? 1 second, I want to make sure. Click here to read on. Skip frames is taking 30% 2 minutes ago. One moment. Well, I gotta go to the. Here we go. Image.
Video capture.
Right here. Oh, that one's darker. Okay. All right, that's fine. Sorry about that. So back to my question. What are the reasons people get high? And some people do it because it makes them feel good, you know, but we have sex also. Thank you. I appreciate it. That makes us feel good. Some people do it because of the pain or inflammation in their body. But we also have different things outside of marijuana that we can use for pain and inflammation, like clove oil. Clove works for pain and inflammation. Coconut oil, turmeric, you know, even opioids, you know, the opioid medication. If you're looking at the medical side of things, it gives you that morphine effect, that feel good effect, right? Some people smoke marijuana to help them with sleep, but outside of marijuana, I'm just throwing up options. I'm not for or against it. I'm just throwing up just pointers here. Outside of marijuana for sleep, you could use holy basil. You can You could drink cherry juice for a good night's sleep. Cherry juice helps with melatonin and helps with that feel good energy. So outside of marijuana, I just wanted it to be known that there are other ways to get that same feel good. But the majority of people like to do it for the high, for the trip. But meditation also takes people on a high. That's why some people can get addicted to meditation, because it also makes people feel good. My next question that I want to answer is, why do people react differently, have different experiences when they are smoking marijuana? You know, some people get high and some people don't. And it also ties to the fact that some marijuana, we have different strains and synthetic strains of marijuana existing right now. So some of them are GMO. So I would caution you all just to stay away from the GMO marijuana, because it is prevalent right now. But people generally act differently with marijuana because it depends upon the frequency that you're on when you consume it. For example, if you're already feeling low and you intake marijuana at that time, it will stimulate, because marijuana is a stimulant. It will stimulate you and allow you to feel better. But at the same time, if you're feeling high already and you use marijuana, it can possibly make you feel worse, you know? And that's why some people that consume it will begin to feel depressed, or they'll begin to feel paranoid, simply because they were already high. It was a stimulant, and the stimulant can act in both ways, and it just brought them down. You know, everybody is different. Everybody's going to respond to it in a different way. Our next question that I wanted to answer is, what are you doing when you go in? So for the people, this is really for the people that smoke marijuana. I just want you to have this thought in mind when you do it, when you get into a high. What is the purpose of it? What are you going in for? Are you going in and just using that time to watch a simple ant bring food to an ant pile? You watching a squirrel eat a nut? Nothing is really wrong with that at all. Nothing is wrong with that. But it is the perfect time to go in. Like, for example, if you are a musician, it is the perfect time for you to go in and create music. If you are an artist, it's the perfect time for you to go in and begin to do some artwork. If you're depressed, you can create happiness. If you're unemployed, you can go in and actually find your passion. If you're broke, have no money, you can go in and become it. You can go in and become the goal, become the gains, become the revenue, become the asset. And it will allow you to bring that very thing that you were thinking about while you were in there. It'll allow you to bring it back. And the way it will allow you is because even during smoking marijuana and meditating, what you're really doing to the core of it all is you are getting rid of the resistance that you had. For example, if you was in pain, you took marijuana simply because you was in pain, you release the resistance, because when you take the marijuana, you're not feeling it anymore. So the pain is gone. So now it's allowing you to get on a high. Now you can mentally use that high and actually bring whatever it is that you want, like being pain-free. You can bring that thing back to your physical reality. But you see, it's only going to be temporary. The pain is going to come back when you come back, or off of your high, you know, when you come back down. But while you're there, you have the power to create. This is how we create mentally. This is how we create our physical reality. So if you have lack and you go in, you temporarily could feel abundance, because you let go of the resistance of the lack. You let go of the resistance of not having a job or being depressed or whatever it is, the reason why you went in it anyway. You let go of that resistance and you allow your mind to work and bring that very thing back to your physical reality. But here's the key. Just like I was singing that Chance the Rapper song, this is the key. All you need is happy thoughts. Don't forget your happy thoughts. It is so important that you feel this thing. So important that you become this thing, because thoughts are everything. Thoughts are the things that create your reality. So don't waste a good high, going on a good high and coming back with nothing. That is the perfect time to create something. And I look at it like this here. We have so much in common. Those that meditate with those that actually smoke weed, marijuana, or reefer, whatever you call it. Because we both just trying to get higher, just different ways. So we can look at it like this. This is what it does. Meditation versus marijuana. With meditation, when you first go in meditation, it's like the first time you get nothing. You're like, why am I doing this? Then you try to go back in and do it again. You don't have the attention span or anything at this point because you're new to it. You really don't understand what you're doing, but you're trying something different. And then you begin to realize you shouldn't give up. And you're like, okay, am I doing this right? Then you keep on with it. Then you're like, well, I fell asleep. I tried to meditate. I fell asleep. I don't know if that means anything, but you keep doing it. You keep getting deeper and deeper. And then you realize, wait. One day, you realize that you fell into that rabbit hole. And then each time after that point, it gets deeper and deeper. And you realize that the rabbit hole runs really deep. But it just took time with the meditation. It took time for you to master the skill of becoming one with mind, body, and soul. So it took you a little bit of time to get there, but you still got there. And then on the other hand, you have marijuana. So you smoke marijuana on the other hand. And the first time you smoke the marijuana, you get the high. You get that high the first time. But every time underneath, every time, you're never going to get to that same high anymore. Every time, it's like you're trying to get back there because you begin to develop a tolerance. And your body develops these type of tolerance just like it does with the opioids and other medications and stuff. You begin to get a tolerance and it doesn't work as effective as it did that first time. And then the marijuana with long-term use, it begins to affect your short-term memory. It begins to affect your dreams. And all of the other times you're just trying to get back to that one high. So in comparison of the two, it's like the marijuana is the shortcut of it all. You made a shortcut. You went high. You got the high. You went on the shortcut. But everything else is just decreased after then. And so in comparison to both people that meditate versus the people that do the marijuana, both of them have released the resistance. Both of them just went into a realm where they wanted to chill out. Both of them came down off of their high. After the meditation, you come back down off of your high too. And you have to exist in the physical reality. It's like you're disabling your brain to create stress while you are meditating or while you are under the influence of marijuana. It's like you're there letting go. You're surrendering. You realize that this world has its illusions. You realize that you have unmasked the ego because you're now separated from the ego when you go into your high. Regardless of which way you go in, you separated now from the ego. And you both meditating or under the influence of marijuana, you both can feel this euphoric type feeling. You both have tapped into consciousness and unlocking a part of your brain that you don't normally use. You're spiritually passing into a higher level of consciousness. And when you're with the marijuana, you have the blunt in your hand. But when you're meditating, you might have obsidian ball in your hand. Both of you have something in your hand that's really just trying to make you get a little higher, increase your frequency. But the beautiful thing about this all is that our body can produce something called DMT naturally during meditation, during our birth, during our death, during a deep sleep. Our body produces DMT naturally through our pineal gland. And so some people go a little bit deeper when their tolerance level has been so high that the marijuana is not a fix for them anymore. So then they'll try the LSD. They'll try all kind of psychedelic drugs. They'll try everything outside of them. But at the end of the day, we are the DMT. At the end of the day, it is deeply enrooted in us, inside of us. And everything that we ever search for outside of ourselves, even marijuana, we are it. We're a reflection of everything in this physical reality. So that trip that you are thinking that you're having, you really have more control over that trip than you might understand for yourself. Because you have defied time seemingly. You have slowed time down so much that you can create right in that space that you slow time down with. You can create. You have the power to create your reality right there. Where I slow down when you sitting there saying, man, what's up? When you drag into us, when you seem like you on slow motion to yourself, that is the perfect time for you to create and bring something back. So that's what happens when you are under the influence of meditation. It seems so slow. I mean, under the influence of marijuana, it seems slow, like things are dragging for you. But your time to create is really powerful at that point. But when you're in the meditation realm, you can create while you're astral traveling through different dimensions, and you can bring that stuff back to your physical reality. When I've been in meditation, deep meditations, and I've already brought back things. So I'm asking you, what are you bringing back? I brought back a book. I brought back products. I brought back healing for my body. And the key for it all, when you go in real deep, is all you need is happy thoughts. Don't forget your happy thoughts. Oh man, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful how you could correlate these two together. It's so beautiful when I can see somebody who may be on a different frequency or maybe different mentally from myself. But I can relate to them because I know what's going on with them. I know that what they're seeking for, because we're all seeking for it in a different way. We express it in a different way. But we're doing it different from what we used to do. And at the end of the day, everybody is just trying to get a little higher. But we don't do the same drugs no more. I love that song so much by Chance. I just wanted to share that with you all. To those that smoke marijuana, to those that meditate, I understand. I agree. There's no judgment here, because we're all just trying to get a little higher. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel and do what it takes to get a little higher. But please stay away from the GMOs, because they have so many synthetic strands out there, and they are altering our bodies. So if you're not getting the right kind of high, if you don't feel high, if you feeling paranoid and depressed and itching and twitching and all these other crazy things, don't stay away from that kind of marijuana. But in all you do, be blessed. Remember, you are energy, you are powerful, and you are who you say you are. Be blessed. Because we don't do the same drugs no more.